Hi everyone, Hashim is here and the candidates are here. So in this video I will go through some highlights of the first 4 rounds. The first game happened in the first round, which is Fabiano Caruana against Hikaru Nakamura, and Fabiano was in the white pieces against Hikaru. Normally in the first round you just want to get in the tournament, you don't want to put so much effort, but here where Hikaru surprised us. So Fabiano played e4 and Hikaru responses with c5, which is kind of interesting to play in the first round. And the candidates usually they play e4, e5, and they switch it to some types of knight f3 with knight c6, and then they switch it to Berlin after bishop b5. Yeah, that's what I remember Hikaru did the last candidate. But however, Hikaru doesn't care this time. That's the beautiful thing about it. So yeah, he played e4 c5 and knight f3 by Fabiano, and yeah, d6, all solid so far, Sicilian defense. And now yeah, he immediately attacked the center by d4, so c takes. I believe this is called the upper Sicilian, I'm not quite sure, I didn't play it too much. And he knight takes and knight f6, and after this he played knight c3, and here there was the preparation that Hikaru made. Normally you want to play something like a6 to switch it, I believe, to Kronfeld it's called. So a6 to prevent the knight from coming here, also to prevent the bishop from coming here. But when you don't play a6, it's well known in the really higher level, it's not a really good move, because now after e5, for example, I go here check. But here's apparently what Hikaru mentioned is, apparently now with a very strong computer you can play a slightly advantage for white. You can play with black, but you should be fine. Strong computers with really higher depth didn't show. Yeah, you should be fine basically. So what Hikaru played, and he shocked Fabiano here, he shocked Fabi here, he played e5. And Fabi here, he mentioned that I know this is not the correct move and I need to punish it somehow, and I know I need to continue with it with bishop b5 check. And here Hikaru blocked with knight bd7, and basically Hikaru here Fabi played knight f5 and Hikaru played a6. Okay, now I need to kick out the bishop and I should be fine. So after here he played bishop e4, and after bishop e4 he played b5, kicking the knight out, kicking the bishop out. And yeah, so we played bishop b3 with knight c5, followed by knight c5. Give me your bishop, because this bishop is normally beautiful in this diagonal. So yeah, why not just get it and I should be fine. So he played this by developed his dark square bishop with bishop g5, pinning the knight to the queen, so you can't move the knight now. So you can attack this, adding pressure to it in the long-term future. And Hikaru here immediately took. Oh, sorry. Okay. And Hikaru here, he played bishop takes f5. And why not? I can damage your pawn structure, so why not? So now you got double f pawns. Normally you don't have these castling ideas with f4. You still probably have it, but it's not quite effective, as you still have the f5 pawn as a problem. And here Fabi played bishop to e7. Sorry, and here Hikaru played bishop e7 and getting rid of the pin, as well getting ready to castle. So bishop takes, and Fabiano here castled, and Hikaru played e4. The idea of e4 basically, I'm not sure what okay, wait, let me think. Okay, the idea of e4 basically, I don't want you to put your knight here, and for the future, because I need to play e4 and develop this bishop ASAP. So he played e4, and here Fabi played a played a brilliant move according to the computer, which is knight takes e4. The thing is, when you take, I pin the knight by the rook, and this is basically brilliant. So he played this with rook e1. Now you can't get rid of this, even if you play this I take, and this is you should be fine, so you will get back piece. Here Hikaru castle, and he actually took back with the rook, and now he decided to take here on b2. Bishop takes, rook b1, now all standard. D5, queen d5, queen b7, rook c5, queen takes a6. I think here Hikaru mentioned something about queen b7, rook c5, queen takes a6, rook takes f5, rook d1, d5, rook b4, and here Hikaru played bishop c3. What I should have done is he should have played queen e7, so you can get some serious attacks on the. So for example, let's say hypothetically, I can play something like this. If he played this, or no, not this. If he played, for example, if he, I play. So for example, I play queen e7, threatening the rook. You take here, and I play here, for example. Okay, I have this idea, which is this, and now tick tack and checkmate. But I didn't find this move, or he decided, I'm pretty sure he saw my side not to. He played bishop c3 instead, threatening the rook. And here Hikaru mentioned that I played a move that Fabian didn't see, which is after rook takes, he sacked the rook. If you take, I go check. And the least thing I can get is a draw. If you go here, that should be a draw. Okay, and now you don't need to really calculate these things. Okay, if you go here, for example, I immediately come with the other rook, and there should be mate somehow. So obviously Fabi mentioned that I didn't see this move, and he decided to take on d5 with a rook, and he played queen h4. And after queen h4, he needed to get back with the queen, because there's some serious attacks happening with check here, and playing something like this, threatening checkmate somehow, and so on. So he retreated the queen back, queen d3, rook f6, g3, a really excellent move, queen b4, king g2, queen b4, so I can defend the bishop, and now king g2, bishop b2, because I wanna get rid of the pin, or I want to get rid of the queen sticking to the bishop, protect it. And now Hikaru mentioned this was an inaccuracy, because the home square for the bishop is on f6. So after he played this, he allowed him to take. So after he played this, he played g6 basically, and he took back with the bishop, queen f3. He retreated the queen back, a4, g7, and now he played another brilliant. Hikaru just wants to sack some rooks. The idea, if you take here, I go check, and least thing I can get is a draw. I'm pretty sure somehow it's maybe a bit tricky. Maybe you can find checkmate somehow, because check. If you go back, I will continue checking and get a draw. And if you go here, I'll take the rook with check, and this is super losing apparently. Anyway, so he sacked the rook d5, I didn't take, rook a7, so on. He took the pawns. They reached a really like 2 against 3, but the thing is, it's opposite colored bishops, and in the end I will get rid of the pawn, and it should end in a quick draw. And that's what basically happened. So that's the first round, and that's the highlight of the first round. We got 4 draws, so yeah, let's jump into the second round. Okay, in the second round, we got Hikaru Nakamura with white pieces against Vidit. So Hikaru started with e4, Vidit responded with e5, and as well knight f3, knight f3, knight c6, and again bishop b5, Spanish. And luckily, he decided to somehow play, not luckily, but unfortunately played knight f6, the Berlin. He played d3, as Hikaru mentioned, he wants to play for content. He's not going to the famous queen thingy to get a quick draw. The 3 draw repetition to get a draw. The 3 move repetition by the queens to get a quick draw. So no, he tried to find a serious way to continue playing and keep the pieces on the board. So Bishop c5 was played, c3, key castled, and d6 was played, and now Hikaru played h3, preventing the knight from coming here for the future plans, and as well as the bishop to not make him do a pin. And now we play knight e7 with it, bishop and d4 immediately, and I believe here Hikaru mentioned that c6 was the first shocking move for him, and we can look at his time. He spent around 7 minutes on this move, because normally I believe he should play something like this, but he decided to play this. So Vidit was really prepared against this game, and bishop d3, bishop b6, d takes, knight takes e5, and now Vidit play the whole preparation of this line, which is bishop takes h3. What a move! Here, apparently to the computer, you should take, and after taking, there's queen b8, okay, and you play this, okay, and after he takes here and after you play bishop c7, apparently you should play something like this, bishop g3, and when he takes, you play f4. Okay, it's not a really hard thing for Hikaru to find, but it's not the easiest thing as well in a practical way. So he didn't play this, and he decided to not accept the sacrifice, and he played knight c4. Bishop g4 followed by Vidit, queen c2, bishop c7, e5, and rook takes, bishop takes h7. Okay, I'm gonna get a pawn back, and after check h file open, I'm gonna bring the rook again, trying to make some serious attack, because apparently the black pieces are too strong. So king h8, bishop before retreated back, and then you're playing b5. What I should have done instead of bishop b3 is queen e4, and yeah, just activate your pieces, attack the bishop, and hope for the best. So bishop d3, b5, and as Hikaru says, what does he say? Yeah, and as Hikaru says, play good chess and good things will happen. So knight e7, knight e3, knight takes e5, and now they are equal on material. Bishop e2, and that was, he didn't think about this move. What he should have done is played, basically just take the bishop and get rid of the bishop pair, and it should be fine. But he decided to play this without thinking, bishop e2, and after f5, things got way out of control for Hikaru, unfortunately, because I'm rooting for Hikaru in this tournament. But we'll see, still like 10 rounds left, so we should be fine. So bishop f4, bishop b6, a brilliant move. And he mentioned, Hikaru, I didn't see this move, I played poorly. He mentioned that he played really poorly, and unfortunately he played the poorest game in a while. So bishop b6, rook f2, queen f2, rook h1 check. He tried, but now it's literally the pieces are playing, the chess is playing itself. These pieces are not developed yet, and anyone would have been able to convert this. So yeah, without further to say, basically he resigned in this move after discover check, because after you play this, for example, I got knight g3 forking the queen and the rook, and he resigned here. So good game for the second round, and that's in the second round we got 4 decisive results. We got Vidit won against Hikaru, Fabiano won against Abbaso. We got Nepo won against Alvarez Ferreira, and we got Gukesh won against Praganand. Okay, so let's jump into the third round. We got Vidit again against Praganand, and I brought this game because Praganand played something absolutely brilliant. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, Roy Lopez as usual. a6, a4, now f5. So it's a prep. It's not a really good thing. I don't really know the theory of it, but we'll see the game. So f5, d4, e takes d4, e5, b5. Okay, as per usual, usually in the royal lopez you need to play b5 to get rid of this bishop here, and you retreat and you open, you gain more space in the queen side. So b3, knight a5, knight takes, d4, bishop b7, knight takes f5. And after knight takes b5, here Pragananda found an excellent move, which is taking the bishop, because this is a really quite strong bishop over here in this diagonal. So he took back with the a, and here he played d6. Okay, I want to get rid of the center, and if you push this a weak pawn basically, and if you take, I'm not necessarily need to take back, we'll see. So we played queen e2, queen d7 followed. I'm choosing to take knight, and now here e6 was played. So queen c6, bishop g7, bishop g5, and after bishop g5 here Pragananda played g6. Get rid of the knight. Come on, man, we got no time to waste. So knight e3, and here h6 was played. Get rid of your bishop. Come on, retreat it back, and f4, bishop f4 was played, and knight e7. Finally, we are getting some development on the king side. And bear with me that there's an idea of a long castle. So c4, b4, queen g4, queen c5. I'm not gonna go depth on analysis because I'm just getting the highlights of the game. And now he castled, bishop g7, knight d2, long castle, h4, rook d8, rook a d1, and now he bishop takes, and knight d5, knight takes d5, c takes d5, bishop takes d5, e7 check. And now was the piece of things that happened. After this check, he played queen b8, he played rook king b8, bishop e3, pressing the queen, and now followed by queen b5, knight c4, bishop c3, getting this beautiful blockade. And yeah, it's called blockade, I believe. I really love this. Anyway, bishop d4 was played. I want to get rid of the bishop as well as play this. And here I believe Pragananda should have played something like rook h7, and when you take here, maybe I'll take here. Right side to play rook h g8. He took the bishop, he took back the pawn. Queen d4, you clear the bishop back. This is sniper. You can't stop it. Ideas like this is way too powerful. So queen takes c3, rook takes e7, knight a5, and now rook e5, doubling up pieces. And here played b4, g5, and now Vedad panicked and he decided to play h5. Normally, I don't know what he should have done, but it's really strong. And what I believe he assumed is after knight a5, what I think he thought is after knight a5, he thought, okay, he's gonna retreat back because why you want to lose this bishop, but apparently g5, not rook e5 with g5 came in clutch, and h5, and go d3, g4, and now g3. The idea, if you take, I go check, and this is really poor position. So knight takes, pawn takes, check, king takes, and now like instant. Gonna bring the rook here, checks all over. Queen f3, trying to prevent the check from f8, but after g5, the game came to an end with queen trades and g4, and I'm up basically 2 pawns, and it's so hard to stop it. Okay, we're gonna get a pawn back, but I'm gonna get the edge pawn back. So he shuffled a bit, and after rook f5, Vedad resigned, and now Pragananda won his game. So I think he's the only one who won in the 3rd round. Is he? Yes, Pragananda is the only one who won the 3rd round. That will lead me to the 4th round, and the 4th highlight of the game, which is of the night, which is Jan Nepomniachtchi against Vedad again. So that's the 4th round currently. So that's the 4th round, and again e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, Spanish, knight f6, Berlin again, castles, and I decide to go to this line, which is you're gonna trade the queens immediately. So knight takes e4, d4, knight d6, bishop takes, d takes, f5, queen takes, king takes, and knight c3. So usually when you play something like this, which is well known that is the most drawish things, the most drawish thing ever, you need to bring up with a new idea, because this is nonsense to play a drawing idea, since we will get so many decisive results. So bishop d7 was played, h3, h6, g4. Okay, there's main thing for black you need to keep it in your mind. When you play against the Berlin and you get the queen trade, there's a few problems with the black pieces. Probably you will face three problems. First thing, what is the perfect pawn structure that I want? Second thing, what pieces do I want to trade? Third thing, if I go to an endgame without any pieces, am I winning or losing? If you answer these questions, you will be able to continue the game naturally. So, let's follow this process. By the way, this is not my words. I was watching the live stream for Grandmaster Ahmed Al-Khatib, and he mentioned this about the Berlin. So, knight h2, g5. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best pawn structure and how to develop my pieces in the perfect squares, as it's an in-game and I need the activity. Well, okay, there's activity and there's development. I need activity more than development. That's really important in these type of Berlin in-games. So g5, f4 was played, g takes f4, bishop takes f4. Look at the white pieces. They are so easy to play in this position. Look at the time. Nepo has already 1 hour 56 minutes. He only spent 4 minutes, while Vidit spent around 40 minutes ish. So, and to be honest, it's so easy to play this position with the white pieces. My pawn structure is quite okay. I don't have double pawns, and I have and the black pieces have 1, 2, 3 island pawns, and also the white has 3 islands. But the piece activity of the pieces is so strong, more strong than the blacks. Anyway, bishop e6 was played, and knight e4, and it continued trying to develop and slow game building, trying to develop the pieces and so on, get the most activity that I can from the pieces and so on. Continued shuffling, rook b1, rook b5, bishop c1 protecting, and now he played rook b3, and that's a really strange move. Your rook now is so limited. Why would you do something like this? Like, so limited. Well, what is it threatening? I'm assuming he was hoping for something like, I don't know, the perfect wall takes, but I don't know, I can't see a reasonable thing about rook b3. I can't find an explanation for it. And you will look at later the game how it cost him. Okay, well, I don't want to spoil it, but anyway, g6 was played, f takes g6, knight takes g6, rook d8, knight takes b7, knight takes e7, knight takes h5, rook d3. Okay, that's a check, but I still can't see why rook b3. Anyway, rook f3, rook takes. He got rid of his strong rook, and this rook is stuck. Like, he wasted so many moves in this. For what? I'm assuming he didn't see bishop c1 initially. Maybe. Anyway, bishop takes h3, e6, b5, bishop g5, d5, e7, and that was a precise move. And I'll go to the highlight of the game, which is that's the first game. That's the first thing here. The computer wants Vitted to play bishop e8, and in the perfect time sack the knight and hope for the best and draw it. He played king c6, king e4, bishop e8, and that was losing. The reason of that, I can take the rook, and after take here, I will basically play bishop c1 again, and this rook is saying hi to you, is waving at you. What this rook is doing? Nothing. It's killed. It can go here. Like, wow, if you know what I mean. That's so weird. Anyway, unfortunate. He played bishop g6 here, giving a check, and played b4, and he played king f6. Bishop e8 again, but after rook d8, he took here, and he took back the bishop because he didn't want to give. Took back the pawn because he didn't want to give him a pass pawn. And after this, it's done. Bishop d7 was played, and now there was a line of check, and but this doesn't work now because after take, I can't get back with the rook. But now you play basically king f7, and Hikaru, and Vidit resigned because you got nothing to do. For example, rook takes c7. I take here, and you take here. That's a queen. So yeah, he resigned here. Anyway, so far, let's go to the standings. That's the standings so far. We got Anepo 3 points out of 4. We got Gukish 2.5 points out of 4. Fabi 2.5 points as well. Praganan 2 points, and Hikaru 1.5 out of 4, and Abbasov as well 1.5 for Abbasov, Alireza Fayruja, and Vidit. So it's still, we finished four rounds. We still got 10 rounds more. By the way, comment down below if you want me to do some live stream on like seeing these games live. I would be happy to do it. And anyway, without further to say, I hope you enjoyed this highlight, and I will see you back soon. Bye bye.